Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back for the software engineering lecture. The third part it is. So in the earlier lectures, we have discussed about the waterfall model, generic process models. And in the earlier one, we have discussed about the introduction of the software engineering. Now, today we are going to discuss about the, we can say about the incremental model and other models. Okay. Now, so next part is about the incremental process model. The incremental process model is also called as the RAD model. In this incremental model, while we are completing the particular phase of the cycle, then we can process or we can generate the prototype. So, or we can increment the part of a project in this. Staffing, delivery date, and resources are to be managed. And the disadvantage of this phase is rigid and no overlapping can be done, because the particular part or the linear part of the phase can be done, then only the incremental part can be done in that. Not all requirements are gathered up at once, problem may arise. The next one is the evolutionary process model. And the evolutionary process model produces an increasingly more complete version of the software, which each iterations. That means one part of the incremental phase is completed, that is the iteration. Then again, we are going to complete it. They are the different form of the incremental model as a required keep on changing here. Example includes about the prototyping and the spiral model. In the prototyping, developing a prototype based on the stakeholders' requirement. Prototype matlab kind of a product in a early phase we are going to show to the stakeholders or the clients for their approval. If they want some updation in a prototype, we can do the updations in that as an incremental prototype model. Then we can again generate a second prototype and then we can represent it. Unsure about the algorithm implemented, many systems are built one after the another. Major of them are throwaways, because every time we are generating the prototype, the first prototype is the basic one, the second one is the updated one, and the final one is the most updated one. So the earlier one's prototypes is not about to be used, so it can be thrown away. So disadvantages are the customer forgets that this is the prototype and can be demand to convert the prototype into the working project, or can be claimed for the poor quality standards. Developer can choose inappropriate OS or the language to develop prototype and later continue with the same without caring about their pitfalls. Now, to remove or to overcome from the disadvantages, the next model has been introduced, that is the spiral model. Spiral model, it is a kind of the spiral that it is going to continue again and again and again. The risk-driven process model, it has been called as anchor point milestones, concept development, prototype building, new product development, product enhancement project, and applicable for the large-scale products. For example, the so many e-commerce products are available in the market that is developed on the basis of the spiral model. On the early basis, they require the few functionalities. On the basis of that, the app or the product has been launched. Then on the requirement of the customer and the stakeholders, the model has been updated, or the product. About the spiral model, initially proposed by the Bohem in 1986, spiral model is a risk-driven software development process model, and it is a combination of waterfall, iterative, and prototyping model. Software is developed in a series of incremental release as per the spiral. As per the requirement of the stakeholder or the customer, the model has been modified, and as per the requirement, we have enhanced the models. Example, Microsoft, OS version, gaming industry, also the meta model. Few features has been introduced and it is launched for the customers, and afterwards so many times the updated models or updated enhanced software has been introduced, and they asked to update it. With the updated software, we get the some more exciting features. Planning of the spiral model divided into the four parts, that is the planning, risk analysis, engineering and execution, and customer evaluation. The feedback and the customer evaluation is very important for understanding about the how the model is working, how the project is working. So with the help of the feedback, we can able to update the software. Few disadvantages are still there. Can be costly model to use. Risk analysis requires highly specific expertise. Project success is highly dependent on the risk analysis phase and doesn't work well for the smaller projects. Concurrent process models are also there to overcome about the disadvantages of the spiral model. The concurrent model is often more appropriate for the product engineering projects where different engineering teams are involved. In simple world, the stages run simultaneously rather than consecutively with multiple teams working on them. They run concurrently, but besides in different states. We can say parallelly they are running. Okay, so this is a diagram of the modeling activity. Some under development activities are there representing the state of the software engineering actively and task, and then vertic changes, under revision, under review, baselines, and done. So following this particular modeling activity, this is a kind of a circular activity which is going on and on. So the on and activity, some under review changes are there. For this, some changes has been introduced which has to be updated, and then we have to develop again the some functionalities or the processes. Still, there are the few disadvantages related to the modeling activity or the concurrent model. Large upfront investment, implementation of early design reviews, dependency of efficient communication, software compatibility, and need for computing or computer modeling. These are the few advantages of concurrent modeling process. Now, the most important, that is a unified process which has been introduced by the software engineering subject, that in this object-oriented or the use case-driven or architecture-centric iterative and incremental software process can design methods. This resulted in the robust notation of modeling and design, that is a unified modeling language. After a refinement of the generic process, it is called as a rational unified process. RUP has online repositories, template, and manuals for the development of the process and management. So this is all about we have discussed about the models, basic models. Then we are going to discuss about the unified process models. In unified process models, we are going to discuss about the use case model, class diagrams, and other diagrams as well. So this is for today. Rest we are going to discuss in the next lecture. Thank you. मैं लगाती तो उठाती नहीं, जब तू लगाती तो मैं नहीं उठाती.